This is an introduction to internet marketing and how to make money online. Actually, the same principles are going to apply even if you're working out of your garage, crafting your hobby, and just wanting to make some extra money. Hi, my name is Ron, and I'm going to be your host for this video series. It seems like there are about 4 types of people when it comes to getting things done. Type 1 seems to have a touch of gold. Everything they just touch, just sprouts to that shiny stuff. Doesn't matter what it is, it just turns all shiny. They don't even seem to have to put very much effort into anything to get to that gold either. Type 2 seems to always have an empty cup. They may get something in their cup that covers the bottom, but it never gets very full. Type 3 seems to at least have something in their cup most of the time. When they do get involved with something, everything just seems to go to pot anyway. Eventually, their cup always breaks and they're left with all the pieces to pick up. Type 4, on the other hand, seems to always have something in their cup, but it never quite reaches the top. In fact, it never really gets much beyond the halfway point. They just idle along somewhere between empty and half full, and they're happy. Now think for a moment and decide which category you'd put yourself into. If you're type 1, then you're pretty lucky. You make good, solid decisions based on hard, cold facts, and you use your gut feeling to arrive at a correct decision, at least most of the time. You might even be on the borderline of actually being bored because you don't have to try very hard to get what you want. If you're a type 2, then ask yourself, is your cup always near empty? Because maybe you're a little lazy? Maybe you don't put too much effort into whatever it is you're doing? Maybe you think to yourself, why put a lot of effort into something when I have all that I need? Well, is it all that you need? I mean, you're here watching this video. Maybe you really want more. Maybe all you really need is a little motivation to start filling up your cup. If you're a type 3, you've got motivation to look ahead into the future and move in that direction. They may be able to knock you down, but you get right back up and you start climbing again. Seems that you're always on the edge of just crossing the finish line when you do get knocked down. You have that drive, but you may lack the knowledge of how to cross the finish line. If you're type 4, then you must have a pretty good lifestyle and are more or less content, but you'd like a little bit more. You're not an opportunist, and you don't jump on the bandwagon just because somebody else did. You may think too much about something, wondering if you should do it or not. You keep procrastinating and never really take the action you should to fill your cup up to the top. I think most of us fall into type 3 or 4. We have a passive motivation that only needs a little nudge to push us on down the track like a freight train. We need a little more knowledge and direction from someone that'll make our train go faster and faster and fill our cup up with that shiny gold stuff. So it's the people that are type 3 or 4 that will benefit more than the others from the information that I'll pass on to you. Many times you hear the same thing from many different people, but something still doesn't seem to click in your brain. That is, until someone hits on a keyword or phrase, and that makes everything plain as day. Now, I hope when you hear it from me, you'll get that ding-ding sound in your head, which is telling you, now I understand. I'm positive that I'll tell you some things that you've heard before, but I'm also positive that I'm going to tell you things that you've never heard of or thought of before. At least, if you've heard everything that I'm going to tell you, then you shouldn't be here anyway, If you think you already know it all, then you don't need anybody else's help, wisdom, guidance, or anything else. So, when you hear something from me, I hope it's a first, at least 1 or 2 items. In the next video, we'll go over what it takes to make money. Not just making money online, but even out of your garage. Just remember that there's no such thing as secret methods or insider information that only the gurus know. It's only knowledge and how to put that knowledge to good use. And I hope that I've captured your interest enough for you to watch part 2 of this series. I don't know how many parts there are going to be because there's a lot of information that I'd like to pass on to you. Always read the description of the video, and that's right down here, and I'll give you a summary of the contents and other information there. And some of it may be very important information. This way, if you're looking for some information that you've heard from me, It'll make it much easier to find. Otherwise, you'll end up watching all the videos again just to find what you're looking for. Also take some notes. You know, you can always pause the video so you can write some important stuff down. I'll do my best to put up the next video in the series as fast as I can produce it. And don't forget to bookmark this page, and please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Just remember, go for the gold.